Good evening, everybody. I hope you had a fantastic day. Back in 2007, when I first became a vegan, it was a rather sudden decision. It wasn't something that I warmed up to or that I was educating myself in beforehand. It wasn't something that somebody had introduced me to and I was curious. It was really just one night I was hit with the whole vegan question and I had to make a decision. And I did. Within 24 hours, I decided to become a vegan. Now, I was in the dark. I had no clue as to what I was going to do because I really didn't even know what veganism was before that. And I was getting a crash course in what veganism was. And it basically was eating no animal products at all. And that just seemed like, well, what the hell do you eat? And so in the beginning, I made a lot of mistakes, prepared a lot of really terrible meals, and struggled along in the dark until one day when my then wife and I went to a vegan restaurant out in Stratford where they served amazing comfort food like vegan fish and chips, vegan macaroni and cheese, vegan grilled cheese sandwiches, and so on. Now, no, these foods were definitely not healthy, but they taste so good. And at that time, it was a relief to know that there were vegan options to those foods that I loved before I had become a vegan. In the restaurant that we were at, they had a magazine rack at the back, and that's where I came across VegNews. VegNews right here. And this was a real lifesaver for me in the beginning of my vegan journey. VegNews is an all-vegan magazine. It's educational, it's entertaining, and it's inspirational. And has interesting articles like the latest news with anything related to veganism, travel, interesting stories about other places in the world, the latest buzz, vegan weddings, celebrities, interviews with vegan celebrities, all of that. It pretty much covers the gamut in terms of the vegan world, I guess you could say. And definitely it is animal activist based, but the area that I found a real source of help at the time was the food section. It talked about the latest vegan restaurant that had opened up somewhere in North America or somewhere in the world, and the vegan recipes that they would post in each issue were a true inspiration for me, and it took me to a different level of preparing meals because most of these recipes it's a vegan cuisine, and it required a little bit more thought and skill into preparing these meals. And so that for me was in the beginning a lifesaver. Now, the recipes, I have to admit, are high in fat, but you can fine-tune most of them. Not all of them, but most of these recipes, you can bring the fat level down and they can still taste great. So if you haven't come across this magazine here, VegNews, check it out. Go to their website, vegnews.com. I don't know where they sell them. I don't see them in too many places. They used to have them at the Big Carrot here in Toronto. I don't see it there anymore. I actually found this one in a regular bookstore, Book City in Toronto here, in the magazine section. So I don't know, maybe Chapters has them, Kohl's, but Whole Foods perhaps. But it's a good magazine if you're just starting off in the vegan lifestyle. This is a great source to have. Even the advertisements I found to be useful. They've introduced me to a lot of transitional foods that I worked with a lot in the beginning, and got me going on my vegan journey. Now, at a certain point, I really didn't have much need for the magazine anymore, and so I kind of just stopped picking it up after a while. But it's even for an advanced vegan, it's good to have the magazine around, especially, if you have non-vegan guests coming over. Have a copy on the coffee table. Or it's just entertaining to read. So check it out, VegNews. You'll enjoy it. And keep on the vegan journey. Take care.